Well, right now it's time to take a look at some of the week's stories that impact branding and brands. So unfortunately, he's not joining us live, but branding expert and host of the Chatter That Matters podcast, Tony Chapman, joining us virtually. Good morning, Tony. Good to see you.
Good morning. How come when I'm in the studio, you're not, and when you're in the studio, I'm not?
Right, I know. Well, we'll get that reunion happening soon. In the meantime, boy, oh boy, Tony, we've been talking about this. I've been reading excerpts all morning from this heated Rivalry book. It's now a Crave show. It doesn't air until tomorrow, but the buzz right now is as intense as the descriptive scenes in this book.
Yeah, this is a great example of what I call really creative marketing. You plant little seeds. You don't blow everything you're going to say. You don't let the powder explode. You just let it plant and then let people start discovering it, taking ownership of it, sending it out to other people. And next thing you know, you have this massive groundswell. And I have to say, this is one of the most creative uses I've seen in terms of content. I think this show is going to do so well. It's got human journeys, it's got competition, it's got energy, it's got everything going for it, and all that dynamics that happens. And I think it's going to be a massive hit. Good for the people behind it, realizing sometimes less is more when we market.
Yeah, and speaking of creativity, you certainly use some very good adjectives in describing that segment, the book and the series, Tony. We're actually going to speaking to the author, Rachel Reed, later on in the show, so can't wait for that. Meantime, let's talk retail. Black Friday, do you think it still has that luster? Black Friday sales have already been going on for at least a week now. My inbox is just spammed with all the sales these companies are putting out and trying to leverage Black Friday against short attention spans in these saturated markets, and also kind of people just spending less because we're in tough economic times right now.
Yeah, you mentioned a lot of variables that are happening. First of all, it used to be the great starter pistol, which was Black Friday, American Thanksgiving. It signaled the beginning of the holiday season. We had the Macy Parade, and it was a starter pistol that everybody got engaged in the whole shopping experience. That's changed. Everybody now says, well, what if I cheated out a day, a week, and now it's Black Friday, Monday, a Black November. And what we're really seeing is the fact that everything's on sale every day. And we're seeing with the Gen Zs and the Gen As especially, their whole role is now to gamify shopping. They will play these retailers off. They'll go on Instagram, pretend to put something in the open cart, leave it. Next thing you know, they got another 20% off. And it's really become a game for them and reduced margin for retailers. And it really comes down to a simple math problem you learn day one in economics. Right now, there's too much supply, and as you said, Jen, not enough demand. And with that, you have an absolute food fight trying to get the available dollars to your store or your site versus your competitors.
Yeah, and I have to admit, Tony, I honestly thought Black Friday was last Friday based on the volume of emails and promotions I was getting. We got about a minute for this one, though, Tony. You just talked about a food fight. Campbell's Soup executive in a bit of food funk here, calling its product food for poor people. That's not helping the brand, is it?
Not at all. And talking about, lab-grown meat and all stuff, sort of all caught on the secret camera. Obviously, an employee wasn't very happy with their boss, but it's an incredible embarrassment for that brand. That brand is built for 100 years of, a trust. And I trust when I open that can of Campbell's and I'm getting great food. And for them to just basically come out and say it's for people that are equity deserving, the poor, it's just a stain on their brand, and I'm not sure how to even recover from that, because you take it, something that was part of that sort of institutional thing in my brain that I trusted, and almost in a minute you rip off the label and go, they don't really care about what's in the can, they just care about the profit they can make and selling a target audience that's struggling every day with food insecurity. So it's shame on Campbell's.
Yeah, it's also pretty mean to kind of say something like that and really not, putting your money where your mouth is in terms of believing in your own product. Okay, Tony.
Yeah, I think that person, honestly, you've really lost the plot when you think that that's the business you're in versus maybe the people that are food insecure. Campbell's going to come out and said, we're going to do everything we can to give them good food at an affordable price. They position it that way. I love the brand. But when they suddenly say us food for the poor, it makes me question who's got their hand on the rudder.
Right. I know. Who's running it? Marie Antoinette. Okay. Tony Chapman joining us live. Hope to see you in person soon, Tony. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks for having me.